So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. It is Sunday evening right now, and you're going to see this video on Monday morning. But we had the big party last night, and everything went pretty well. We'll get into that in just a little bit. But we had another accident down here at the woodyard. And it was fireworks related. I'm not sure what happened. I've been looking around here at what's left and how everything was laid out, and for the life of me, I don't know what happened. If you watched the live stream last night, as soon as the fireworks show was over, myself and Plumber Jim, we walked up towards the building there, and I said just a few words on camera, and I was kind of laughing today because I was reading some of the comments. People said I looked exhausted. They asked me if everything was okay. You know, I looked like something had happened. Well, truth be told, about 3 minutes before I walked up to that camera, I took a mortar round to my leg. It hit me right on my thigh, right above the knee, on the outside of my leg, and I can't figure out where it came from. It was a big one, and after it hit my leg, it dropped, and it exploded on the ground. And that part wasn't a big deal. I didn't get hurt at all by that. You know, I had my boots on. It probably absorbed most of the explosion. But the impact of that mortar on my leg, and it was a direct hit. Like, there was no, like, glancing blow. You know, and the best way I can describe it is if you got hit in the leg with a baseball bat, but harder. I couldn't believe it. It was right towards the end of the show. Plumber Jim was kind of down towards the Sawmill here, and there's still a lot of stuff that we didn't light, and I could tell the last song was just about over, and I'm like, that's it, don't light anything else, because when that thing hit me, I kind of had to put my hands on my knees, and I just sat there for a minute. I'm like, I think I'm going to go down here. I mean, it hurt bad. And so yeah, that was about 3 minutes before I walked up there, and I didn't even know if I could walk up there. It hurt bad. But I got up to the house, said a few words, and I'm like telling Melissa, like, shut the camera off. I got to see what's going on here. Because my pants, they weren't burnt or anything like that, but it was already swelled up a whole bunch. You know, I could just feel it. And so after we got things kind of under control there, I put a big ice pack on it, and I talked to a few people here. I mean, there were doctors here and everything, and they said just kind of keep my eye on it, and probably just a real bad bruise. I could bend my knee, all that kind of stuff, except later on the swelling got so bad, it just felt like you had a knee brace on. You know, my leg was all swelled up. But overnight, between the ice pack and laying down with that leg up a little bit, the swelling went down quite a bit. Bruised up pretty bad. It's pretty ugly, but I'll be okay. It'll be all these years of doing fireworks, and that's the first time that ever happened. But dangerous stuff, it is. I think I'm done lighting them by hand. I should have been done a long time ago. Next time I'll use an electronic firing system, and I'll be up there by the house when I do it. I actually have one, but I've always just kind of enjoyed being down here, kind of walking amongst the fireworks when they're going off. And man, when that thing hit me, I thought, I'm going to be that idiot at the emergency room at 1 in the morning. You know what I mean? And they're going to say, you know, how much did you have to drink? And I'd say, I don't even drink. And they'd be like, yeah, right. What did you do? But yeah, I didn't have to go to the emergency room. I'm getting around much, much better this afternoon, though. It'll take a few days. And yeah, I can't believe that. I've been doing fireworks for 25 years at least, a show like this. And then as many of you know, I was a blaster. I actually blew things up for a living. Heavy highway construction and, you know, quarries, mines, things like that. And to be honest, fireworks are probably way more dangerous than the actual real explosives that I used to use in my real job. Just a little bit less predictable. So I was standing, I've been just looking around. There's a lot of stuff that we didn't light even because we just kind of shut her down. Nobody in the crowd knew because it was a real good show. But I've been looking for something like this that had fallen over. Nothing. And I was standing somewhere over in here, facing this direction, when it hit me, these were already gone. And I walked over this way, and I just kind of looked back at Jim and said, that's it, don't light anything else. And that's where I had my hands on my knees here. But yeah, I can't figure out what hit me. Whatever it was a perfect circle about that big around. Because by the time I got in the house, it was already black and blue and the skin was broken just a little bit. But yeah, something hit me square on about that big around, fell on the ground and exploded. Don't know what it was. So like I said, you're gonna see this video on Monday morning, which is before the 4th of July, Independence Day. And I know a lot of you will be lighting fireworks, not telling anyone what to do, because I've done it this way for 25 years. I'm just saying, be careful. They hurt when they hit you. They really do. And, you know, it could have been a lot worse if it would have hit me somewhere besides my thigh. You know, what if it hit you in the head or something like that? It could have been bad, but it is what it is. We'll just move on to the electronic firing system from here on out. And I've had people tell me before how dangerous fireworks are. I know they are, but there's so much that we do that is dangerous, not just work related. Driving down the road, you're passing people, you know, you're driving 50, 60 miles an hour, they're coming the other direction. It's a dangerous world. And the only way you can guarantee your safety is if you do nothing and just like sit on the couch, which that's probably pretty unhealthy, but just gotta do your best. Now we're gonna go up. I gotta show you something in the building. This is the greatest part about the party. I mean, this is unbelievable. So we have the best guests come to our party that you could ever hope for, and let me explain why. It's unbelievable. Now keep in mind, I haven't done a thing out here all day long, nothing at all. Just been kind of hanging out in the house. It rained most of the day today, on and off. Finally cleared up here for a bit, but I've done nothing out here, not a thing. Last night, as soon as the fireworks show was over, I was kind of over by the house there, figuring out what was going on with my leg, and everybody just started working. You know how you hear many hands make light work? This is a prime example. All the tables, everybody stacked them up right there, covered them with a tarp, put all the chairs back on the pallets. They're all ratchet strapped down, ready for the rental company to come pick all that stuff up tomorrow. And inside the building, doesn't even look like we had several hundred people here last night. So I'm saying, Melissa and I did not do a thing in here. Just everyone kind of pitched in. They knew the rain was coming, and they got everything cleaned up. Yesterday, during the day, Cliff and my buddy Tim came over, and we had tables in here, all through here. The food line was in here. The grills and the smoker, all that was outside the building on that side. All this stuff cleaned up and gone. And then over in the game room side, we had it filled up with tables and chairs as well. We had enough seating for about 175 people inside. They got all that stuff out of here and stacked up. Unbelievable that they got all that done, and it took them about 15 minutes with all those people working. But I'm just thrilled about that. I used to always be that person, you know, when people would offer to help, I'd just be like, oh, that's okay, I'll get it. And then over the years, when you see all these people here and they're willing to help, you just say, have at it. And they took care of everything. But as far as the party goes, it went fantastic. The weather did not cooperate, but it didn't even really interfere. The night before the party, the forecast was like 80–90% chance of rain and thunderstorms last night. Well, it poured down the rain yesterday during the day, And I get to looking, and there wasn't much else on the radar. I look at the hourly forecast from like 3 different weather apps, and it dropped from 80 to 90% down to 10% all evening, and maybe 20% at 7 o'clock. I thought, we're golden, right? So the guys came with the mechanical bull, and they had a tent for it, but we all agreed the weather looks good. And then right after everybody started eating, one of those storms just kind of appeared on the radar. And we didn't get a whole lot of heavy rain, but it rained for about 45 minutes. And then as soon as it was done, they got back on the mechanical bull. All the kids were outside, but this building was a lifesaver. We had easily 200 people just inside here, this room and that room on the other side. And then when it quit raining, it started getting real foggy, and it was so humid yesterday, it was unbelievable. And so we took the fireworks down. I took my DeWalt tower light down so we could set up the fireworks. And I looked at the radar, there was more rain coming, so we got that going, got all the fireworks off, and everyone had a great time. We are gonna have to do a little bit of work over at neighbor Cliff's. He said, oh, it's fine, his yard's fine, but he had over 100 cars just in his yard, and I know there's a few ruts and things. I mean, it was a wet day, and so we'll fix that up later this week, because he has a party coming up, I think in August, towards the end of August, which is great, because I'll help him get ready a little bit, then you can just kind of show up and enjoy yourself. But we had quite the crowd here last night. Everyone, I mean, people, newborns to probably in their 90s. My buddy Adam Fisher, they just had a baby not even a month ago, and him and his family were here. People from all over, even Dr. Friedlander, who did Eva's brain surgery, him and his wife were here. It was nice of them to come. But yeah, I'm glad everything went well. The weather, I was really worried about that. It wasn't really a big deal. No big deal at all, actually. Everyone had plenty of room to hang out. We had a fire going out in the Brio pit out there, and it went good. But as far as the firework injury, like I said, I'll be fine. But last night I thought, I'm gonna be that idiot in the emergency room that blew himself up with fireworks. And it was something, because when it first happened, Plumber Jim didn't even know it happened. He was down there with me, and I said, hey, I got whacked in the leg. He says, you all right? I said, I don't know. You know, I'm not sure. And I said, I'm not sure if I can walk up to the house or not. I was limping real bad, and I made it up to the house, and he texted me this morning. I said, it's going to be fine. It's the swelling's gone down some, but yeah, what a crazy thing. You know, just a few weeks ago, my father-in-law got hurt down there, splitting firewood. Now this, I'm afraid the wood yard might be cursed or something. I don't know, but I don't worry about stuff like that. But I think that's about it. But what I do want to say is I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate all the positive comments about the fireworks show and everything else. And I am really looking forward to getting back to our regularly scheduled programming. We got a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of stuff in West Virginia. Getting ready for the shower house. We'll get that in. This building right here, all I need to do to finish this is the kitchen and the bathroom. The bathroom's almost, I mean, I just need a vanity. Plumber Jim will take care of all the plumbing, but the kitchen and the bathroom, everything else is done. Yeah, pretty sure. I want to show you something. I don't know how well this will look on this camera, but the garage part here, I wanted bright, okay? I wanted good lighting in here, and that's what we got. I think it looks great. That stain on the white pine, I think that's golden oak I used in here. And then I used a real dark brown for the trim. And by the way, something that I did, you can't even really notice, which is what the plan was. Above the garage doors up there, I didn't know what to do with that. There's a few 2x4s coming down where the spring for the garage door is. So I just filled all that in with 2x material and painted it, and can't even tell. It looks good. But this is what I wanted to show you. Over here, we're going for more of a vintage, old school kind of look. Got these lights hanging down here. I got these Edison style bulbs. They're LED, but they're 100 watts. It's not real bright in here, but I didn't want it real bright. Once the kitchen's done, and when I say I need to finish the kitchen, I need to finish the kitchen, closet, a little bit of stuff up above there. But we'll have plenty of bright light in there. Plus, we've got a light on the big fan as well. But so far, happy how everything turned out. That yellow lighting really looks nice with the walls. The stain that I used in here is Special Walnut, it's called. But yeah, I haven't shown you inside here for a while. And I'm going to start putting the license plates up soon. They'll be all over the bar, across that piece there, all around the perimeter, up top. Should look pretty cool. We have another TV that's going on that wall right there. The kitchen is going to be pretty basic, because it's not like a kitchen in a house, but we've got a fridge, an oven, and a stovetop, cabinets across the back, cabinets inside the bar, and that'll be about it for that. But I'm actually looking forward to doing this, especially with that thing on the wall right there. That's one of those Mr. Cools. Unbelievable. The key is the insulation. I think we got a lot of blown in up in the attic and thick walls, but that's the 36,000 BTU one. Yeah, that's a big one. But this whole building is probably 70 degrees right now, and it's 85 degrees and humid outside. Love it. I got a perfect place for a picture right here. That was from, I was up on a ladder. I think I was putting the second to the last piece of tongue and groove up there. I don't know what happened exactly, but the whole board came down. I was, reaching for the nail gun. The whole thing came down, and the corner of it just gouged this wood right here. So this would be a nice place for a picture. But anyway, I think that's about it for today's video. I appreciate y'all being here, and like I said, we got a lot of cool things coming up here in the future. Once we get past this party, kind of frees me up to do a bunch of other things. I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, we'll catch you on the next one.